see she's also doing the Sabelo Kuala style. Ladies and gentlemen, can we all stand to welcome our MSc of Finance?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me start off by greeting our program director, Bovu. Let me also acknowledge the presence of the chairperson of KZN Chartered Institute of Government Finance, Audit and Risk Officers, Mr. Zakwe. Our honored guest, Mr. Gwala, who is representing the chairperson of SALGA in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. May I also acknowledge the presence of the National South African Local Government Association chairperson. I'm not sure whether he's here, but there's Mr. Chaba, who is reflected on my speech. eThekwini Metro, I'm told, is represented by Mr. Buthelezi. NKONYENI, Chief Financial Officer, Ms. Zuma. I'm from that municipality, NKONYENI municipality. The Ethics Institute, Ms. Fatima Rawat, esteemed delegates, our young interns who are here, DUT representatives, let me just say all protocol is observed. I am delighted to be here today with our future leaders to share some useful insights that may guide you in your journey to become professional financial assets for the province of KwaZulu-Natal. I also appreciate the theme of this summit, which instills a culture of agility and that of become ethical in all your endeavors. There is no doubt in my mind that we need an injection of young, talented accountants and auditors and risk managers in the local sphere of government in particular, if we want to see a sustainable change in the financial status in municipalities in our province. The local sphere of government is possibly the most important sphere of government, as you are actually working at the cold face of service delivery. Those who are there are actually working at the cold face of service delivery. We therefore have to focus our interventions that will see a much needed change in how we manage our finances. We have entered into a memorandum of understanding with the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, working together with the Provincial Treasury in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, whereby we're saying we'll pay more attention to those municipalities who are not doing well. I will mention some of them. Perhaps let me not mention the names of municipalities, but the interventions that you are about to make as Provincial Treasury, working together with COGTA in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. Because if a municipality is obtaining an adverse audit opinion, it also reflects on us as Provincial Treasury and COGTA. We cannot celebrate any municipality's failure, but we need to celebrate when each and every municipality obtains a clean audit and say, there we are, all of us. We have been working together, intervening where we are supposed to intervene and ensuring that the Auditor General is happy when looking at the books, and we are also happy. I must also indicate that in most cases, we find out that the tensions that are there, tensions amongst political leaders in municipalities, tensions amongst managers in municipalities do cause a challenge when it comes to financial matters and when it comes to service delivery matters most of the time. Hence, interventions are necessary from ourselves as Provincial Treasury and also from COGTA and SALGA. SALGA is playing a very important role in ensuring that all municipalities are performing, but all spheres of government are very, very important. We declared a budget of 146 billion rands as this provincial government of KwaZulu-Natal during this current financial year. You need to ask yourselves, are we going, are our people, I'm sure Gwala uzosho ukuthi nangu our people, are the people out there going to benefit from that budget that we have allocated at various levels? Are there any tangible projects that are going to be benefiting our people? Of course, most of the budget that I have mentioned goes for the compensation of employees, especially for the social services departments, your Department of Health, Department of Education, Department of Social Development. Most of the budget is allocated to those three departments. Those are social services departments. And it shows that there is no balance between social services and economic services departments when it comes to allocation of budgets for now. And it is true that we are also servicing a huge loan. It is in trillions as a country because we are borrowing most of the time. I hope one day we will be free and we will enjoy the fruits of our endowments, because we are one country that is really endowed with a lot of natural resources. South Africa is endowed with a lot of natural resources. That's why I'm saying I really appreciate the theme of this summit where you say agility. Our young people need to be agile. Do not always think about being employed in a public institution. Be agile, be innovative, come up with ideas. What is it that you can do instead of selling your labor? Because if you are applying for any position in government, you will be selling your labor. Why don't you think about recruiting other young people based on your own idea, business idea, you know? And then, of course, you will need people who are skilled, like the young people who are in this room right now. The other day, we were talking, we were engaging Amakosi and saying to them, hey, in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, we are endowed with a lot of land. There are pieces of land that are not that they are not utilizing. And I have been approached by someone from Germany who was saying, if you can encourage your people to grow herbal products here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, we do have a market. In other words, you grow herbs, and he mentioned them, your moringa, your hibiscus, your baobab, and many, many other herbs and plants that are here in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. And use this endowment for your benefit. Grow, we can provide a market, because the most important thing, if you are producing something, you must ask yourself, where is the market for this product that I am producing? So for those young people who might not be fortunate enough to be recruited in any public institution, you must think about establishing your own enterprise and run your own enterprise, so that you become independent. And along the way, you will definitely learn a lot. I have no doubt in my mind that this is a meeting of compatriots who are seized with the task of growing boundaries of freedom and human fulfillment. In this regard, we are heartened that this gathering is being convened during the month of May, a month that is dedicated to workers of our country. This is the month where South Africans celebrate the achievements by workers, while also reflecting on some of the challenges that still exist today. Challenges like the high unemployment rate, gender inequality, discrimination, and increased levels of psychological, physical, and sexual abuse experienced by workers. These challenges mostly affect the interns in the workplace, simply because they are young, expected to do the impossible in order to prove that they are worthy of being absorbed as permanent employees. I think this organization does deal with such matters, whereby our young people, our interns, are being abused in the workplace. We condemn that vehemently so, asifuna ukuyibona leyo nto yenzeka. Some even decide not to share their pain with anyone because they are looking forward to a day where they will be offering a job opportunity in that in that particular institution. We condemn that. It shouldn't happen. We need to protect our young people wherever they are. Let me also share the current status of our municipalities in order to demonstrate why we need to ensure that we develop this talent and, most importantly, retain you or our young interns within the local sphere of government in particular. In the last financial year, the Auditor General indicated that in the latest municipal audits, the audit opinions, the audit outcomes have regressed. The audit outcomes have regressed in more than 10 of the 54 municipalities in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. Only 4 municipalities received unqualified audit reports with no findings. It becomes clean when there are no findings. So only 4 received clean audits. 37 received unqualified audit opinions with findings, 11 qualified audit opinions, and 2 disclaimers. Where were we, Mr. Zagwe? If you have 2 municipalities that have obtained disclaimers, where were we? Provincial Treasury, COGTA, SALGA, how does that happen? The key findings were that financial management controls remain weak, resulting in poor quality of financial statements submitted for audit, the lack of financial management disciplines and continued reliance on the audit process, finance units not adequately capacitated through upskilling of staff and filling of vacancies, and as a result, an excessive use of consultants. Lastly, poor financial health. I always ask myself, if a consultant has been appointed to intervene in terms of financial matters in a municipality, but that very same municipality obtains an adverse audit opinion, Does that entity have the adequate capacity that is supposed to really perform what is expected of that particular entity? You know? So we need to ask ourselves such questions, because you can imagine there is a lot of money deployed for that particular purpose. Recruiting and appointing consultants. And there is a consultant there, but the outcome, audit outcome, is still negative. So we need to deal with that as well. As you can see, whilst we have seen some improvements in the audit outcomes of certain municipalities for the province, there is serious need for further support and capacity if we want to turn the situation around and ensure that services are delivered to our people. In countries such as China, it is considered an honor to serve in the public sector, and we need to reignite the passion in South Africans, especially our young people, to want to be part of the change that is required and to give back to the communities by serving as public officials. As we speak, South Africa and our province of KwaZulu-Natal in particular is faced with a serious crisis of high rate of youth unemployment. It has always been said that having so much young people not doing anything is a recipe for disaster. As the KwaZulu-Natal provincial government, we have set a target for each department to open up opportunities to young people by providing internship programs each financial year. And under these programs, young people are introduced to the working environment. What is special about these opportunities is that young people are also provided with skills development workshops. They are exposed to skills development workshops in order to enhance their skills and also to better equip them as their careers take off. In your 2 years internship program, you will be exposed to the various fields within the Office of the Chief Financial Officers, which include supply chain management, financial accounting, budgeting, risk management, asset management, and other critical aspects to equip you to either specialize in one of these areas or to aim to become a chief financial officer of a municipality with time. Critical to the success of an internship program is the quality of supervision and mentorship, as well as the structure of the program in terms of exposing you to as many areas as possible within the finance field. As interns, you must seize this opportunity to learn as much as you can in the 2-year program. Put your heart, mind, and soul into even your smallest acts, and do not be embarrassed by your failures, but learn from them and start again. I must, at this juncture, thank National Treasury sincerely for the support they have provided, not only in funding this internship program through the Municipal Finance Grant for the past 10 years, but also through providing the necessary support in order to ensure that the program is a success. In order to qualify for the program, interns are expected to have a degree in finance or the equivalent thereof, with accounting as a major subject. I would strongly encourage those who are able to further their studies with postgraduate qualifications in order to specialize in a specific field, as we need experts. Program Director, I would like to mention that during the 2023-2024 Provincial Treasury Budget, we announced that our department retained many of its interns and South African Institute of Chartered Accountants students in entry-level positions, and these play a critical role in providing a pool of talented financial management skills for the provincial public service. The Provincial Treasury is an accredited CIGFARO training office that provides a 3-year training program, accepting graduates that were recipients of the Tutuga Education Upliftment Fund, who, upon completion, will be eligible for registration as chartered accountants. The program was actually initiated in an attempt to address the scarcity of black CAs in the province with the intention of improving the financial management talent pool available for the public sector. After successful completion of the training contract, participants are then offered entry into the management development program, which runs for a period of 5 years. And in the previous financial year, there were 2 trainees that qualified as CAs, and I believe we deserve a big round of applause. Provincial Treasury was the first training institute in the country to implement the new CA 2025 electronic assessment tool. Furthermore, Program Director, a total of 57 positions are currently at various stages of the recruitment process, and this should be finalized by the end of this month. We are proud to also share that the Premier has granted approval to fill a further 29 vacancies, which will be concluded by the end of August 2023. So put your applications up. 29 vacancies for grab. As Provincial Treasury, we have set aside an amount of 10 million rands, as these funds will be utilized for the employment of 70 interns in the construction discipline to undertake condition assessments of government facilities in partnership with the Department of Public Works. The draft MOU has been prepared and the program will commence in the first quarter of the new year. The program is envisaged to provide 12 months working experience and aims to open opportunities for young graduates to hopefully find permanent employment thereafter. As I conclude, Program Director, while we note that challenges still persist, government is on the fight against the high unemployment rate, especially of young people. Let me also congratulate all the interns for being accepted from thousands of applications into this program. This shows that already you have demonstrated that you have something special to offer, and you should not take this opportunity for granted, but rather use this as your stepping stone to your future career. You need to appreciate the fact that sadly, there are a large number of unemployed young people in this country, and therefore, when presented with an opportunity such as this internship program, you need to to display that you are the best at all times. Now that you are in these positions, you need to fight against being a victim of abuse, and in your fight, government will always be on your side. With all that said, the ball is in your court as an intern. Siyabulela kakhulu nabasuka from other provinces, Limpopo, Isiembo, Mpumalanga, Eastern Cape, Northwest, Northern Cape, they are from all over South Africa. You are most welcome. I hope you will enjoy this program and you will benefit a lot. Mr. Zagwe and all guests here, together with our interns, may I express my gratitude to all of you for having invited me. Thank you so much.